Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. Thank you all so much for the support recently. It has been nuts, as well as everything, right? The streams, the videos, everything. I just appreciate you guys watching the videos, man. I know the current state of FIFA is terrible. I get it. Like, I understand that. I just wanted you guys to understand. I do have other uploads going up for some player reviews over my second channel. If you want to check that out, link is in the description for some of the newer cards. So if you guys are interested in those, you guys can go ahead and check that out. But obviously today, guys, we do have to talk about something else because the market is dying. The market is crashing at the moment. And it has crashed for a few reasons. There's a few reasons why it has crashed. Number one, in my opinion, the most important reason to understand about why the market is down, EA keep releasing, all right, really cheap SBCs that are like good players. For example, compared to last year, if Benzema, an 89 rated striker from Real Madrid, French as well, if this card was released in last year's game, I almost guarantee you that this SBC would be 200, 250K, or at least 150, right? No, he was 75K with packs back, and that was yesterday. Today, we got a Player Moments Di Maria, 130,000 coins is this SBC, and you get a Mega Pack and a Rare Electrum Players Pack, and it's a really good card. Like, I tried this card out. It's a really good card. Like, there's nothing really wrong with the card. It's a fantastic card. He's got 5-star skills, and he's a PSG link. So people are going crazy to do this SBC. And I see it all over the market. Like, I see that there's definitely panic selling all over the market because of this Di Maria SBC. Trust me, it is everywhere. And some cards today have either risen a ton, like the Zanetti, because of Di Maria, right? People are just buying the Zanetti to use for Di Maria for the link. Or they're dying today. I mean, there's been so many examples of cards that are dying today. And the reason for that is because of this Di Maria, especially if you look at the left wing. This Griezmann today was getting killed. I sold mine at 377. But guys, I had bought this Griezmann today. I think he's already recovered a bit. I had bought Griezmann at 330 on open bid this afternoon. Now, he is recovering a bit, which is good to see. But guys, overall, I mean, the market is really, really in a bad place at the moment because of these SBCs that EA released. And it's also something to think about is also the lightning rounds that keep coming out, right? The lightning rounds keep supplying the market, and it keeps enabling the market to do this. But, for example, a player in the same position as left mid Barnes, literally, guys, this card was 520K yesterday. He's not even selling at 420K. So just to give you a perspective of where the market is at, is definitely not in a good spot. And it's just really ugly. That's all I can tell you guys. It is really ugly right now, the state of the market. It's not in a good spot. Even Neymar, potentially the most meta player in this game, has been getting panic sold because of Di Maria, right? Di Maria, and this is something that we've seen that EA are strategically using this year. They're price pointing SBCs to be really cheap to control the market is what I've noticed, man. They did this with Jamie Vardy. They've now done this 2 days in a row with some of these cards. But Neymar is down at 920, and he got back up to 970. Now he's back at 960 again. I just think he's going to chill here. But, guys, just to keep it real with you guys, Saturday has been the lower point for the market in the recent, few, I would say few weeks, man. Saturday's been the lowest point for the market. In terms of where my club is at, where the road to glory is at, guys, at the moment, all we're doing is we're trading some out-of-pack special cards. I reinvested in some Kimmiches today because he got down to 44.45. So I reinvested into him. I am going to have to take a few losses, guys. One of them would be Mark Overmars, guys. I was trading with this card, and usually he's 660 to 670. I bought him at 626 yesterday, and well, obviously he's a left mid, so you guys can do the math on what happened there. Also picked up a few road to the final cards today, guys. Got 2 Gareth Bales at 1.1. I picked up some Marses at 270. We do have Champions League coming back this week, so I was thinking that those cards are going to pick up some hype this week for sure. But again, just trading with those. And for the most part, we're out of most of the cards that we need to be out of, which is a good thing, right? We do have some cards to relist here, and it's going to be tough to take some money on these, man. The market is not in a good spot right now. I'm going to definitely have to take a little bit of a loss in some of these icons. And I got caught at the wrong time having some of these cards, especially like this Inzaghi, right? It's not in a great spot with some of these icons. So I've got to try my best. I don't know what just sold, but I've got to try my best to just kind of accept the loss and be okay with it, because I'm not sure if some of these are going to recover all that much, and that's what I'm a little worried about, especially like this Raul. I just don't know how much some of these cards are going to actually go up. Guys, I got so lucky today. I want to explain this other part to you about the video. I bought a Hazard today, guys, because I thought Hazard was down 200K because of the SBC, and it turns out he's really down because of the injury, right? Apparently, he's walking around with crutches. But when I saw it on Google, after I bought this card, I was so nervous because I thought this guy was out for like months. I was like, oh my God, this dude is going to be out for months. I'm so screwed. It turns out we're okay, right? It turns out he's out for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I had 2 today that I bought 710, I think, and 715 right there. And so we already sold one at 770. So we're working on selling the next one. It's tough with some of these cards, man, guys. It's tough. We're going to just have to straight up take a few losses You guys know, if you've been watching me, that I had some of these Koulibalis. I didn't get out of all of them in time, so we're going to have to kind of take a little bit of a loss on some of them as well, which it is what it is, right? It's not the worst thing ever. It's about 20K loss a card. So it's been a really weird weekend on the market because we've made coins and we've also lost a lot of coins. And that's just been a weird experience for me because usually with you guys watching my uploads, you guys know it's usually one way or the other, right? Either we have a really good weekend of making coins or we completely get killed. But this weekend has been such an up and down weekend with the market. It's so interesting, man, in terms of like the market right now, right? Because the market is dying. I bought 8 Torreras, no, maybe a few more than 8 at 190 today. And that's also me just getting ready to go. That's a lazy buyer on Marquinhos. That's just me getting ready to go, guys, for the Champions League this week. I mean, that's another thing that I was looking at, guys, is we've got, obviously, those upgrades are all going to be coming this week. So people are going to be, investing and looking at those. For the hype, I think that's why I bought some of them. Nothing crazy, though. I'm not really even thinking it's going to be that good. You can see Torreras 205, so I got some at 190. We'll see how it does. I really wouldn't be looking at it. The things I would do right now is if I had coins, look at stuff that is out of packs at the moment, guys. Out of pack special cards are stuff that I'm really looking at right now. That would be a decent place to put your coins if you had coins to spend. That's something right now that I actually like. Cards that are out of packs, that are down in value, and that have high demand. Try to steer away from players maybe that have left mid at the moment. I'm just not sure how quickly that rebound is going to be. I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos, you guys always like those quick little rebounds. I'm not sure how quick that rebound is going to be with the left wings. It's looking really ugly. If you look across the board at any left wing in FIFA, the left wings are just not they're not doing well in any way, shape, or form. It's been a complete killing of price with all these left wings. So if I had coins, I would probably stay away from a little bit more of those left wings and maybe look into some other things. I want to also tell you guys today, I wanted to show you the one that I had in my trade pile. I'm not sure if all of them sold. Guys, check your clubs right now. There's an SBC out at the moment. Common UCL players at the moment are all selling for 2 to 5K. So it depends on, the nationality or sometimes the position of the player. But definitely go ahead, guys, and take a look at some of these common players because they do sell at the moment for a ton of coins, and I don't know if they're going to always sell at this price. So it's something that you guys do want to go ahead, cash out on in that quick little, that burst of hype that we have at the moment because they are selling for a ton. So I think you guys would be crazy to not take the money on some of those cards because at the moment, there's just a lot of money in them, guys. So take the money if you guys can is what I would highly suggest doing. As well as, guys, I think a very big topic you guys are wondering is the market going to rebound? Is it going to go back up? In my experience, guys, Sundays have been a higher market than Saturdays. So I'm thinking that there's a chance that there are a variety of cards tomorrow that could go a little bit higher than what they were today. We've just got some absurd panic selling right now. Like it's a sell-off on top of panic selling, which makes me think I don't know how much lower it's going to go for the cards that are out of packs. For the cards that are in packs, if EA runs more lightning rounds tomorrow, yes, they can definitely go lower. But another big thing on the agenda to talk about tonight, guys, is Messi's Player of the Month. Now, EA have confirmed, guys, Messi is going to be getting a Player of the Month that is going to be coming out on next Thursday. So next Thursday is a big date for your calendars. Obviously, I think EA, in my opinion, guys, is going to price the SBC between 1.5 and 2.1 million. I think it'll be somewhere in the range of that. If they choose to make it lower, then EA are going all out with the idea of they really want to crash the market. If EA make that SBC lower than 1.5 mil, it is going to be very bad for the market, guys. So just keep that in mind as you guys go. So if I had an Inform Messi or a 96 Messi, I would probably get rid of it. And my reasoning for that is, why did EA tweet out yesterday that it's going to be a 96 and it's coming out next Thursday? I think they felt like they had to because if people had bought this new one, they were going to lose a lot of coins. I do think that this card, if it is 1.5 to 2 mil, will kill the prices of the cards in the market because I think a lot of people can start to build that through untradables and things like that. I think that people will really look at that. And just be careful with Gold Messi, guys. I think that you try to get out of this maybe tomorrow or Monday. I don't really know if it's going to be required, but I just think I would take the 1.4 that he's at the moment because, look, the reality is if Messi gets a 96 rated SBC that is 1.7 or 1.6, that kills this card because it's 2 ratings better and people can use untradables and things like that to get the SBC. Now, how do you invest for this SBC? That I don't know. What I would tell you guys right now, maybe do a club stock of 84 to 89s while we have the lightning rounds. Gerard Piqué is flying because people are investing in the SBC thinking that he's going to go up. I would be careful with that, guys. I think that a lot of people are all in this kind of one big investment pool with this kind of card. But what I would do tonight, if you had some free time, or tomorrow even during the lightning rounds, maybe you guys snipe, go onto Flippin, just take a look at the highest rated golds on Flippin. Just go through, stock the first page of 85s, stock the first page of 86s, stock the second page of 87s, and so on and so on, right? Put all of these in your club so you're ready to go if you're looking to do the Messi SBC. That would be a little bit of a tip. Maybe if you were looking to do Messi's SBC, that you guys should maybe that would be the move for you. Now you guys can see there, we actually just sold a Bale. We bought this Bale at 1.1, which is very good, right? Some very nice profits, about 30,000 coins. Super rare card, just dropped a ton this morning. So I took some action and I bought him, right? I thought it was a good idea. Now, I am getting the hell out of that card because I'm very nervous for this Messi. I think that the Messi would have a very similar effect in terms of like the Di Maria effect with left wings. I'm a little nervous that it really could impact the market. And so I'm looking at that thinking that it definitely could hurt the price of some players, guys. And I'm thinking that even if you were a person that maybe has like an Ousmane Dembele, that's something that I would also be careful with. Now, these UCL lives have really proved to be weathering any kind of storm of panic. But I would just say, knowing that Messi could come in the same position as this Ousmane Dembele, it would just worry me a little bit if I had that Ousmane Dembele. I would say that this card could potentially drop a little bit, guys. I just think that there's no way that it would hold its price through a whole Messi Player of the Month SBC, which would be coming out on Thursday. So I just feel like for me, guys, there's no way, man, that's going to really hold the price. So I've got 3 million coins now. And for me, I would show you guys maybe what I would do in this market, to make some coins, or really just try to figure out what prices are too cheap. Some stuff does seem to be rebounding at the moment. Let me show you guys a first example of this. This Hazard earlier, I don't know if he's all the way back up, but I do want to look. He was actually at 410 earlier. So he's back up at 431, which is actually a really good sign. He was like 480 last night. So this guy will probably rebound back to about 440 or in that range is kind of what you hope, at least. I hope he gets back to that, because if he doesn't, it's really not great for the market if he doesn't rebound back to that price. It's the price that you do want. So what I would do if I had coins right now is I would just be looking through the market. What I do is the way I look through the special cards is I look through different promo teams, and that's kind of how I do it. So I'm looking at this live Dybala, right? Because he was like 800 yesterday. So is there a 750 on the market? Let's take a look, right? There is a 750. There's a 749 as well. We've also got Champions League coming this week. I'm thinking about picking this up, right? He was 812. He was 800 yesterday, but he's been 770 all day. So we probably want to do a little bit better here. What we could do in this scenario is we could look for an open bid. That's a lot of the time what I like to do. I like to look for an open bid. So for me, I got an open bid here. We'll take a look at that one. And then we've got a 750 with the open bid, which we'll add here. But those are in 43 minutes. So we'll move on to the next one, right? Handanovic is at 98K according to Flippin, right? There's going to be a lot of trends, guys, of panic when the market is going down. There always is, man. When there's like panic on the market, there's always tons of trends, right? So Handanovic earlier, I think, was up at 108. I'm not positive, but I think Handanovic earlier was up at like 105, right? He was up at 112 earlier today, 112, right? So what I would do, he's 103 at the moment on the market, but you have a lot of open bids, right? So I would be looking at the open bids, right? Seeing what you can get out of the open bids. We've got an open bid in 4 minutes that's going to give him, a chance to be bought at, right? We're going to look for that open bid. We don't like the 102, so we're going to move on. This is just how I would maneuver these cards at the moment, right? It's all about maneuvering the market with these cards. For example, we could look at this Wendell, right? I think the Champions League is on this week. I think Leverkusen need to win this game, and he was like 31K at a certain point last week. So right now, Flippin is showing that he's 26. We're gonna go ahead and take a look if he is 26, and he's not 26, right? So we're gonna move on to the next one, and then this is how I trade though, guys. I look through different promo teams. I look at card prices. I see what do I like, what do I not like, right? I'm looking at a Timo Werner that I know that I sold this card at 240 on Thursday. So somebody paid, according to Flippin, it's 206. Somebody paid a lot more than that 206 on Thursday, right? So he's 210, and for me, I would be looking for a bid maybe at this point to get a little bit cheaper. The way to make coins in this market is you guys just taking advantage of the panic and just getting absolutely massive undercuts. That's going to be the best way to trade in this current market, is you guys just getting massive undercuts on cards. Even this Kyle Walker, right? 337 at the moment. I think he got up to like what? He's got a 345 bid. So, there's the demand there. Means he was actually 345 on bid. He's got the 350 bid. A lot of 348s, 347. So 337, not too bad, right? But the tax is pretty high at that level. What I'm going to do right now is take a look at some screams, right? Because screams are really low at the moment. We've got Aspas, who was basically, 120K on Thursday, and now the dude is really low. He's really low. He's actually 99K at the moment, so we'll see if his Scream is on the market. I know there was a bunch earlier. I don't know if they're still on the market, but just looking at stuff like this, guys, is how I trade in these kind of markets. And you got to understand that while Weekend League is going on, there's going to be tons of fluctuations going on, right? People buying, people selling. And so the buyback always happens for certain hours, right? Because people are always buying and selling. So 99, right? It's not that good. And this is just where I look. Like, even like St. Juice Day, right? This dude was so expensive last Thursday. But even right now, I'm not in love with it because I know that Koulibaly is really cheap. So even if he has rebounded a little bit, I still don't love the price of that at all, because I know that Koulibaly is very cheap at the moment, and that's why I'm kind of like not so crazy about it. So this is really just the ways that I would trade in this market, dudes. It's not that hard. Just kind of out of pack special cards is stuff that I would look at, and that's just the way I would game plan it, man. Just trading these kinds of maneuvers and stuff, and just up and downs in the market. And there's not much really. There's no rocket science to it. Is kind of what I like to explain to people. There's no rocket science to trading. It's just about learning trends, learning card prices, learning where people do and don't sell, and just gaining the information on the fluctuations. So thank you guys for watching the video tonight. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good Saturday/Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon. We'll have a video in the morning with the market update. Peace.